Yeah.
Sana it would be refreshing to have a true environmentalist according to this number, but there's no name.
Yeah.
In Malacanang at hindi nagpapapicture lang na may hawak na plant.
Exactly.
Ayos.
I've been in
Hey, that's Lauren Legarda. I bet you were talking about Lauren Legarda. See, it's because of her I memorized that Joyce Kilmer stupid poem, whatever. Let that poem die. Come on, I'm sure there are other 3 poems around. I think that I shall never see 2 kilometers. The poem was lovely as a tree. Boom, boom, boom.
Every tree, right?
Every Mount is spread. Zoom, zoom. May katabi ka pang truck na malakas yung hangin. Whatever. Anyway, Therese said, your topics are so interesting always. I can't believe that I'm setting my cell alarm at 9 p.m. every Thursday to listen to your show. This must be my mom. I just accidentally tuned into your program before and now I'm hooked. Nick Perlas is so intelligent. I believe
Thank
he
you.
is.
Yes, thank you.
You can say this about everyone running, no?
Right.
What is his educational background from Tere?
Okay.
Yeah, what is your educational background?
My formal, I'm going to distinguish between my formal and informal.
That's right.
Because the informal is more expensive than the formal.
Oh, let's just give me the highlights na lang.
Yeah, formal
Konti na lang yung
is
time.
agriculture, agricultural economics, and then environmental science. But I've read more in philosophy, in science and technology, in social science. I mean, it's like over 20 disciplines. That's why I'm
Do you have a vice that you smoke, you drink, you...
No, I don't smoke, I don't drink.
You're not gay?
I'm not... that's not a vice.
I know, but somebody's asking. Non sequitur, I understand. Well, it depends.
You're chopping me.
Well, it depends how you use your homosexuality. It could definitely be a vice.
I don't think homosexuality is a vice.
It is not a vice, but I know homosexuals with a lot of vices. I wasn't trapping you, but there was a question.
Okay, good.
I'd like to know your position on lesbian and gay rights and on same-sex marriage. I think this man is from Ladlad.
Yes.
He's supposed to be the candidate of the protest vote, but why is it that there's nothing radical about your platform?
That's not true.
Okay, let's do the same-sex marriage and lesbian and gay rights question first.
Yeah, okay.
Your position.
Yeah, I respect the rights of lesbians and gays. I have no problems with same-sex marriage.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not...
Are you the only one that says that?
No, this has always been my position.
Wait, can you say you're for the reproductive health bill?
Okay, that's a little more complicated.
Oh, I know, I knew it.
I'm against...
I know, I knew it. I wonder why. I always wonder why.
I'm against abortion. But I'm for example, like...
For condoms, for contraceptives.
Okay, but not contraceptives that result in abortion. I'm fine with vasectomy and ligation. If people want to do that, so condom. As long as there's no direct result of impact on health on the parents or on the child, then people can do what they want.
Oh, if you're wondering...
Educated, this is a kind of education. But also a sense of the sacredness of the sexual reproductive act itself also. It would be important.
Okay, and this is why you... And how come... And every time I ask someone, are you for the reproductive health bill, they never say, yes, I am. They will always say, wait, let me qualify. Because the existing bill drafted doesn't quite say everything you want to say. Is that why? But you are for... let's talk about Secretary Cabral, giving out condoms for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I said it depends on the context of why he gave that. So, I mean, that's why I would rather see a full, complete program under which there's a condom being given out. Because I don't know what the simplified. The context is important.
Okay.
The House version, the Senate was a little improvement than the House version of the reproductive health bill, but both have some problematic aspects.
Still,
for example, think of a population measure, but they don't measure the most obvious, biggest and most sustainable way to do sustainable population, and that's to get rid of inequality and poverty in this country. Because the structural impediments actually increase fertility rates. And so the title of the bill misses out the most important aspect about it, and just go instead to individual technical fixes. That's why I'm in favor of the intent, the direction, and I'm sure we can work out something that will be happy.
Many RH advocates actually say it's not so much about population control. It's about managing the number, whether you want 10 or 2 children. So it's not controlling.
Right, the
it's
population.
managing.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear that? The RH people keep asking. I just rephrased all the RH questions there.
Yeah. That's
Somebody
fine.
somebody texted. Ask ko lang si Sir Nick, how do you plan to handle the armed forces of the Philippines from Keboy?
Yeah. That for me is one of the easiest. You know why?
Why?
Because I've been having conversations with both active and retired military. The common consensus is that 90% of the military is actually, again, I mean, they're not happy with the Arroyo government.
Oh,
That's why the Arroyo
are you free
government...
to say that?
Yeah, I'm free to say that. Because that's the figure they quote me. And I also asked them, so...
Again, you're disappointing people who will not vote for you anyway.
Why? What did they want me to say?
No. Because the Lakas Kampi CMD president just walked in.
Okay, that's gonna be his problem. Not my problem.
Makes it easier, but we'll finish this off, Nick. Okay lang. And then, sorry.
What I'm saying is that the military is so disappointed with the politicization of the military. They would want a real reform to take place. And so they're very open. It's about 90% of them there. They're very open. So if I'm saying...
Very open to new leadership,
yes.
you mean? Is that okay?
If you want to straighten up the corruption in the military, they will cooperate.
But if they're soldiers, their main order of the day is to obey orders, right? So whoever is on top is who their boss is, right? So that's
I think this is part of the re-education of the military.
Okay.
That they shouldn't just follow orders. They should really see if
That's dangerous, right? Did you watch, Did you watch, what's his name? Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, all the dilemmas involved with soldiers having their own conscience, especially if the top people are corrupt.
Yeah.
That's why I'm inclined to pardon some of those rebels who acted out of principles.
Oh, no, you're just one of the devils. The Trillanes Cess? The Danny Lims.
Yeah, the Danny Lims, and also the Jonel Pogoy, Captain Jonel Pogoy, the least known, but one of the most credible whistleblowers of PAF, Air Force corruption.
Oh, wow.
He's been in jail for 14 months, more than 14 months. And
you should interview him.
Yeah, you should interview him. I can invite his wife to be here. They violated his human rights. I've been talking about his human rights violation. Yeah.
Okay, again, the last question. You're supposed to be the candidate of the protest vote. Why is it that there's nothing radical about your platform?
I think people, example like, if you take a look at the 24-page platform, there's a lot of radical. For example, like, I'll just give an example. I'm going to change the paradigm of the DepEd. If that's not going to cause a lot of chaos, if that's not radical enough, I'm also changing the economic paradigm of this country away from neoliberal economics towards more to institutional economics. I think people should understand that when you change the philosophical framework of a whole institution, that is very radical and goes to the root of the assumptions of the system.
Ergo, that question had a term that needed to be defined. Maybe radical is very subjective. For some people, this thing is radical.
Yeah,
some
you
people
go to the root. You go to the root. That's where the word radical comes from. Radix, root.
Listen to the man, an etymologist. I love an intelligent guest. Look, actually, since you came in, lang kami dito. Ay na magsalita ni Lourdes. In case you're not running, who would you vote for as president? They keep asking this question, but sure, maybe it's a valid one. But go.
I'm not going to answer the question.
You're not, because you want to run and you're not looking back.
Yes, exactly. I answered that earlier.
Got it.
Yeah.
Somebody texted in, no name, Nick is the most viable candidate. Too bad people are stupid. Hey! Nick, you must win! Exclamation point. Nick, you must win!
Yes, thank you.
That's the relatives of Nick Perez listening in tonight.
That's probably Eric of Power of Doom.
No. Okay, good evening. This is Perry Chloride. Oh, I like your name. Currently listening from Laguna. I'm a proud supporter of you, Nick.
Okay, great to meet you, Perry.
Perry, your question got cut, so maybe you could text us again, 0917-734-6742. He has a question. What's your opinion on presidential candidates? Checking, and then it got cut. Good evening, guys. It's my first time to hear Mr. Perlas. I think he's honest. Isn't it nice to have a president who was an athlete and likes you too? Dude, if that were my only requirement for I was having I still am having a hard time choosing, of course, here and there. I I was going to concede by saying I'll just vote a president on the basis of his taste on shoes.